欢迎收看今日加州。首先来看今天新闻有哪些主要内容。加州玫瑰花车大游行回归，准备工作就绪。暴风雪袭击加州，滑雪安全准备必不可少。两处安全隐患，特斯拉全美召回50万辆汽车。美国失业人数创52年来新低，劳动力市场仍然趋紧。首先，我们来关注在加州的帕萨迪纳，数百名志愿者正在为1年1度的玫瑰花车大游行做准备。今年将有43辆花车参加新年第一天举行的游行，准备工作已经进入最后阶段。
We're here at Rosemont, where you're starting to see floats for this year's Rose Parade being decorated with artistic entertainment services. We literally use hundreds of thousands of flowers on the floats, along with hundreds of volunteers every day to get the floats ready for New Year's Day.
今年数百名志愿者参与了花车的准备工作，以迎接这项新年庆典的回归。
This is my first year attending the Rose Bowl preparation. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. If you have a love of nature, flowers, I would suggest that you come and volunteer at least once in your lifetime to see this amazing operation.
志愿者们正在埋头工作，专注地为花车做最后的修饰。
Just seeing how floats are put together has turned out to be really interesting because of the details involved and the logistics and all of the volunteers. I mean, it's a huge production. I had no idea.
今年举办的玫瑰花车大游行将是第133届，路线从帕萨迪纳的格林街和奥兰治大道开始，一直到维拉街，全程5.5英里。去年的游行因为中共病毒疫情爆发而取消。新唐人记者赵凤华、瑞丽综合报道。
再来关注近日的暴风雪袭击了加州多个滑雪胜地，如何在雪地里保持安全成了一门重要课题。对此，当地的滑雪爱好者和本台记者分享了安全建议，带你了解。
受冬季风暴影响，加州塞拉山脉部分地区的积雪目前高达10英尺。由于未来几天预计会有更多降雪，也为当地滑雪爱好者与喜欢进行滑雪活动的游客分享一些安全常识。他建议民众在开车前往目的地前查看实时天气警报和道路状况。
Because you have so many cars heading to the same location during a big storm. The most important thing, you need to be slow, right? So, I mean, you can have a four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, snow chains, right? All that kind of discussion. But by the end of the day, it's all about the friction.
他建议第一次滑雪的游客参加集体课程，来学习基本的安全措施。
For first timer, you better stay on the groomed runs because there's a lot of powder there. They might not be able to groom all the runs in time, and so it's very easily you get stuck in those powder ski, and it's very hard you get out of it.
若想尝试更柔软的粉雪，游客必须先具备稳定的基础技能。另外，与偏僻的滑雪地相比，拥挤的度假村有时会更危险。
The very dangerous place is like the beginning area for beginners, right? It's very crowded, and you just need to watch out those people they're coming from nowhere.
已经滑雪超过18年的他，喜欢大自然的空气和感觉。
So it's very enjoyable, you just be there, right? And also I enjoy the feeling when you kind of flying close to the ground and that kind of freedom.
根据普莱瑟县警局，来自特拉基的43岁加州滑雪商店经理安杰洛塔于上周六在太浩湖附近的北极星加州度假村失踪。内华达州国民警卫队于周三29日部署了直升机，仍在寻找他的下落。新唐人加州记者站采访报道。
再来看到近日，电动车大厂特斯拉正在全美范围内召回近50万辆汽车，原因是后视摄像头和后备箱的问题可能会增加事故风险。来看报道。
美国国家公路交通安全管理局宣布，特斯拉目前正在全美召回47万5千辆电动汽车，其中 2017年至2020年的所有 Model 3系列电动车后视摄像头的同轴电缆可能会因为后备箱的开合而磨损，并导致无法将图像传输到仪表盘。因此，有超过35万6千辆汽车将被召回。特斯拉将检查召回车辆后备箱的线路，并在必要时配备相关装置，以防止进一步的磨损。而车主也可能会获得特斯拉公司给予的赔偿。另外，有超过11万9千辆2014年至2021年出产、型号为 Model S 的电动车也在被召回之列。原因是前引擎盖可能会意外打开，阻挡驾驶员的视线，并导致事故发生。特斯拉将免费检查和维修这些汽车的引擎盖门锁组件，以保障驾驶员的行驶安全。根据报道，目前并没有汽车因为上述原因发生事故。已经购车的民众可以在美国国家公路交通安全管理局的官网输入17位的车辆识别码，查询自己的车辆是否处于召回状态。新唐人记者李佳音编译。
再来关注周三12月29号，美国劳工部发布的报告显示，上周美国提交失业申请救济的人数为19.9万，创下52年来的最低水平。
劳工部的报告显示，上周美国首次提交失业救济申请的人数下降到19.9万，远远低于前一周的27万，是1969年11月15号以来的最低水平。持续申请失业救济的人数下降了6万，降到205万人，创下中共病毒疫情爆发以来的新低。失业数据显示，美国就业市场正在复苏，劳动力市场明显趋紧，劳动力短缺的现状不可能在短期内结束。新唐人记者赵凤华、瑞丽综合报道。
再来看到周三12月29号，对爱泼斯坦前女友马克斯韦尔的审判有了结果。纽约法院裁定，他协助和参与爱泼斯坦性侵儿童等5项罪名成立，将择日宣判。
Unanimous jury has found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty of one of the worst crimes imaginable, facilitating and participating in the sexual abuse of children, crimes that she committed with her longtime partner and co-conspirator, Jeffrey Epstein. The road to justice has been far too long, but today, justice has been done.
周三，陪审团裁定，对马克斯韦尔的6项指控中有5项罪名成立，他将面临最高65年的监禁。马克斯韦尔的法律团队称将会上诉。之前有100多名女性指控爱泼斯坦和他的同谋在他们未成年时对他们性侵，案件持续了10多年。马克斯韦尔被定罪后，该案9名受害者的律师表示，这是所有受害者的胜利。
It's a wonderful thing to be able to hold someone accountable for something that has happened to them. And it gives a certain sense of justice in society. You know, when people are not held accountable, the victims feel like they have no voice.
律师库文说，他钦佩受害者站出来伸张正义的勇气。
And so it takes an incredible amount of bravery for the young women to come forward and tell their truths and tell their story. And to see others step forward just empowers victims around the world, hopefully, to step forward and speak their truth.
2019年，爱泼斯坦因性虐待儿童指控被捕后，在等待法庭审判期间自杀。去年7月，爱泼斯坦的女友、英国媒体大亨的女儿马克斯韦尔被逮捕。新唐人记者赵凤华、雨薇综合报道。
稍后带您看到，古典音乐家表示神韵乐音最亮眼动人。欢迎回来。一对来自前苏联的孪生姐妹都曾在当地大学教授古典音乐达10多年。12月29号下午，他们在加州圣地亚哥欣赏了神韵国际艺术团的绝妙演出之后，一致推崇神韵乐音最亮眼动人，直达人心。来看报道。
Today it was amazing, very harmonical and ensemble and sound. I enjoyed the music. For me, be a classical musician, it's Oriental music a little bit different, but I enjoyed so much. You know, I feel so much harmony in my heart, and I feel so spiritual after the concert. I think the orchestra was today at the top of their show.
神韵艺术家们再次以卓越的技艺与演出，打破了种族与国家的界限，直达观众的心灵。
It's amazing show, unbelievable colorful, unbelievable touch on my soul because all dancers looks like birds in the air. They're so light, they're so beautiful, they bring a lot of emotions and spirit to everyone.
2度来欣赏神韵的孪生音乐家姐妹，感谢神韵一次次开拓了他们的眼界。
I want to say thank you everyone who just bring this beautiful performance to San Diego. So many interesting things to learn, and it's motivating me to just listen China music more often now.
I'm so impressed about everything. It's a beautiful ensemble between dancer, orchestra, choreography, and all digital effects. I think it's one of the best show in these days.
新唐人记者袁科、张文刚，美国加州圣地亚哥采访报道。
感谢您收看《今日加州》，再会。